Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Becoming with Ashley, where I help people break through limiting beliefs so they can become the best version of themselves. In today's video, we're going to talk about something I think a lot of people quietly struggle with, and that is the frustrating loop of knowing what you need to change, but not actually being able to change it. You know what to do, you've watched the videos, you've read the books, and you are aware of the problem, and yet nothing really shifts. Today I want to break down why awareness alone doesn't create change and why so many people stay stuck in this loop. And most importantly, how to actually break out of it. So let's get into it. The awareness loop. Let's first talk about what this loop actually looks like. This happens when you are intellectually aware of what you need to change in your life, but for some reason you can't put all the pieces together long enough to reach the goal. You know what to do, but knowing doesn't translate into doing. A really easy example to understand this is weight loss. And yes, I know I use weight loss and finances a lot, as examples a lot, but they make the concept very clear. If someone wants to lose 50 pounds, almost everyone knows the basics. You need to be in a calorie deficit. You need to move your body, eat less, move more. This information is not hidden, it's everywhere. And yet millions of people still struggle to lose weight and keep it off. Why is that? It's not because the process is complicated, it's not because people are lazy, and it's not because they don't care enough. The process itself is very simple. What's hard is executing it consistently long enough to become a different person. Why awareness isn't enough? Here's the key point. Awareness does not create change, identity does. Most people think their problem is a lack of motivation or discipline, when in reality, it's an identity mismatch. You can know exactly how many calories you need to eat to lose weight. You can have the intention to do it. You can even start strong. But if you're still operating from the identity from your old self, the habits, coping mechanisms, and behaviors that got you here, you will eventually revert back. So for example, snacking out of boredom, drinking calories without thinking about it, using food for comfort or stress relief, eating impulsively without structure. Those behaviors belong to an old identity, and no amount of awareness can override identity-based behavior. This applies to everything in life: weight loss, getting out of debt, building confidence, becoming disciplined, speaking confidently, starting a business. If your identity hasn't changed, your results won't either. The real reason people stay stuck. Most people are trying to add brand new behaviors on top of an unchanged identity. They're saying, I want to lose weight, but I still want to live like the same person. I want to save money, but I still want to spend impulsively. I want to be confident, but I still avoid discomfort. That doesn't work. Your nervous system, habits, and subconscious mind are always going to default back to who you believe yourself to be. So awareness becomes frustrating instead of empowering. Because now you're thinking, I know better, so why can't I do better? What's wrong with me? Why am I stuck even though I'm self-aware? Nothing is wrong with you. You're just trying to change outcomes without changing identity. How identity change actually works. So let's talk about how change actually happens. This isn't about manifestation. It's not about repeating affirmations. It's not about pretending you are already there. Identity change happens through commitment and embodiment. So let's go back to the weight loss example again. A person who is fit, watches what they eat, is mindful of portions, has some form of regular movement, plans instead of reacting. That's not willpower, that's identity. If you want to lose weight, you don't just do weight loss behaviors, you become someone who lives that way. Same thing with money. A person who manages money well, budgets, tracks spending, limits eating out, has control over impulse spending. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on structure. You have to embody the traits of the person you want to become before the results fully show up. How to break the loop. Here are practical steps. Here's how you can actually start breaking the awareness loop. Step 1. Stop asking, what should I do? You already know this. Instead, ask, who would I need to be in order for this to be natural? Step 2. Identify the old identity. Get honest about the behaviors that belong to your current identity, not in a judgmental way, just awareness. Step 3. Make small identity-based decisions, not massive overhauls, but small, consistent choices that align with who you are becoming. For example, what would a financially responsible person do in this moment? What would a disciplined person choose here? Step 4. Let repetition do the work. Identity shifts through repetition, not intensity. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent. In closing, if you're someone who feels stuck even though you're self-aware, I want you to hear this. You're not broken, you're not lazy, and you're not failing. You're just someone trying to change results without changing identity. Awareness is the first step, but it's not the finish line. Real change happens when you stop trying to do better and start committing to being different. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section. And if you want more content like this, practical mindset work that actually leads to change, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.